Hi, I'm going to show you the most basic of our automations for our Microsoft 365 integration. So this is when an item is created in a board, create a folder for that item in SharePoint. But first of all, before we do anything, we are going to add an item view here. We're going to go in here, search for 365, and we're going to add the secure embed view. And I'm going to just go in and set that as the board default. And leave that like that. So we will come back to this because when the item is created and the folder's created for the item, this automatically gets configured. So if we go into automate and create automation here, we can say when an item is created, create a folder for the item in SharePoint. So first of all, we can go in and we can either choose an account that we've already got, or we can sign in as a user. So the next thing we want to do is select a SharePoint site, and I'm going for the one called Monday Production and a document library, and I'm going to go with my default document library. And then we can choose a folder that we want to create the new folder in, and in my case we're just going with the top level folder because we're going to create a folder structure. So I'm going to create another folder in there called boards, and then we're going to give it the board's name, and they're going to give it the group's name, and then we're going to give it the item's name. So we've got some nested folder structure there. And if the folder exists, we can do one of three things. We can either do nothing or link to the item to the existing folder, but I want a folder for each item, so I'm going to say create a new folder. So that's the most basic of our automations, but we can also do another thing, which is create a link to that folder. Basically says save a link to the configured folder in the link column. We've only got one link column. So we create this automation and then close, and now we can create a new item. So I'm going to call this project Hummingbird, and the automation kicks off. And now you can see the link has appeared in here. So if we click in here, we can see now that the secure embed has connected to that project Hummingbird folder there, and we can do things like we can upload files, but we can also click this link here and it will go directly to SharePoint. And you can see, if we look here, we can see within the document library, it's created a folder called boards, a folder named after the board name, and a folder named after the group name, and then it's created the folder named after the item name here. So if you go back here, you can see the board name, the group name, and the item name. It's basically the first automation that we recommend that anyone does when they install the Microsoft 365 integration.